smoothly into the apex on the right, up against the white line, squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start that smooth progressive turn, coming in, that's it, back on the power progressively, unwinding the steering at the same way, just let the car straight, wait till you've got over the second rise, that's the first one, that's the second one, gentle braking, smooth turn now, end of the curve, the car will run towards the centre, then bring yourself back into the left, onto a straight, squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start your turn, easing off the brakes, just keep it hooked into the curve, keep it hooked in there, gentle progressive power, now unwind the wheel, exit out to the left, start your turn across now, once the car's straight, come onto the brakes, so onto them now, turn across the curve now, so turn in early now, smooth turn to the right, so make a straight line in and a straight line out, stay over to the right, wait till you come up over the rise, and then come to the left, start to squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, remember the joint line, stay on the brakes, start your turn, easing off the brakes, smooth progressive turn into the curve on the left, gentle power, just roll back off the power, turn smoothly to the apex, use a bit of curve there, that's good, and then slowly unwind the wheel, keep the car coming to the right, now ease it back to the left, maintain that line there now, and then just roll back slightly off the power, turn smoothly in, get ready to brake, keep it coming to the left, squeeze the brakes on, smooth turn, miss the first apex by half a car's width, into the second apex, straighten the car up, down, press in, that's good. Again, think of the joint line on the top, so squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on them as you turn, smooth progressive turn, right into the apex, now slowly unwind the wheel, stay to the left, just clip the white line at the top now, keep the steering there, the car will run to the centre, it will then bring itself into the left hand side, onto a straight, squeeze the brakes on, start that progressive turn now, easing off the brakes, just turn just a touch more slowly now, keep feeling power in, say over to the left, stay to the left, smooth progressive turn across, get the car straight, squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start turning smoothly and progressively, it's good, gentle power, very slowly unwind the steering, exit out to the left. That's the first one, that's the second, squeeze the brakes on, smooth turn, end of the curve is the apex, the car will come back into the left hand side, once we're straight, squeeze the brakes on, start your turn, easing off the brakes, hooking right into the curve, keep it hooked in there, just gentle progressive power, now unwind the steering, exit out to the left, smooth progressive turn across, now look to make a straight line in, so squeeze the brakes in across the curve now, staying on the brakes, stay on the brakes, turn now, easing off the brakes, straighten the car up, make a straight line out. Still get a straighter line going in there. Start to squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on as you turn, easing off the brakes, smooth progressive turn into the apex, gentle power. Coming to the left, just roll back off the power, smooth turn to the apex, gentle power, unwinding the wheel, keep the car coming to the right, as we get to the right, easing back down to the left, just maintain that line, just ease back off the power, bring it smoothly round to the left, squeeze the brakes on, try and come back off the power a little bit before you turn in there, and the car will, you'll get it more to the left, which will give you a fractionally better line through the corner. The brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on them as you turn, start your turn, easing off the brakes, straight into the apex, now back on the power, slowly unwind the wheel, straighten the car, clip the white line at the top, the car will then run to the centre of the circle. Past the white board, squeeze the brakes on, start your turn, easing off the brakes, that's good, and then back on the power, slowly unwinding the wheel, straighten the car. Turn now, smoothly to the right, up against the white line, squeeze the brakes on, follow the way the white line curves, and then smoothly into the apex, that's good. Slowly unwind the wheel, feeling more power. Once we've gone over the second rise, and then squeeze the brakes on, start your turn now, back on the power, the car will run to the centre, comes back into the left, once we're straight, squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start your turn, easing off the brakes, that's good, just keep it hooked into the curve, just keep feeling power in progressively, now unwind the wheel, exit out to the left. Think about without going into the chicane, it's a straight line in. So as we come to the right, squeeze the brakes on, turn in now, cross the curb, but stay on the brakes, turn now, easing off the brakes, straight line out now. That's it. Stay to the right, just till you come over the rise, then ease the car back to the left. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on, start your turn, easing off the brakes, that's good, smoothly into the apex, gentle power, then ease back off the power, turn smoothly into the apex, gentle power, start to unwind the wheel, keep the car coming to the right now, as soon as we get to the right, ease it back to the left, now as we approach the next turn, just roll back off the power bit now, smooth turn, keep it coming to the left, keep it coming to the left, now squeeze the brakes on, smooth progressive turn in, back on the power, that's it. And then as we come up over the rise, just straighten the wheels up there. Good. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on them as you turn, start your turn, easing off the brakes, now gentle power. Just turn the steering wheel just a fraction more slowly, and it won't push us wide at the exit, so just, again, ease the car into the corner there, it won't push us wide, you'll be able to get rid of the steering wheel. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, smooth, progressive turn in, back on the power. Good. Slowly unwind the steering, let the car straight. Smoothly across over to the right, up against the white line, squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start to ease the car into the corner and back on the power. Slowly unwinding the wheel. Squeeze the brakes on, smooth turn, back on the power. As the car comes back into the left hand side and straightens up, squeeze the brakes on, start your turn now, easing off the brakes, hook it right into the curb, gentle power, start to unwind the wheel, feeling more and more powerful. Turn smoothly across. Start to squeeze the brakes on now, turn across the curb, staying on the brakes all the way in. Start your turn now, easing off the brakes. Make that turn to the right a little bit earlier, but just a bit slower, and it'll give you a good curve out, a straight line up there. Squeeze the brakes on, change of tarmacs where we're turning, smooth progressive turn. Smooth progressive turn onto the curb on the left, gentle power. The wheel, roll back slightly off the power, turn smoothly in, use as much curve as possible, now unwind the wheel, keep the car coming to the right, now ease it back to the left, as we approach the next turn, start to roll back off the power, and a progressive turn, keep it coming to the left, keep it coming to the left, squeeze the brakes on, start your turn now, easing off the brakes, that's it, gentle power, wait till we're coming up over the rise and then straighten the wheels up, good. Now remember, it's a progressive turn, stay on the brakes, smooth progressive turn, that's better. Now you've got loads of room to unwind the wheel now. Clip the white line at the top, car and one towards the centre of the zone. To squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes as you turn, start your turn, easing off the brakes and back on the power, that's good. Turn across, get the car straight, squeeze the brakes on, follow the white line initially, smooth progressive turn in, back on the power. Gentle brake, smooth turn in, back on the power. Brakes on, start your turn, easing off the brakes, back on the power now. Just keep it hooked into the curb, keep feeding power in, unwind the wheel slowly. Smoothly across to the right. Once the car's straight, squeeze the brakes on, coming across the curb, staying on the brakes. Now start your turn, now, that's it. Just turn it a little bit more slowly, and it'll give you a better exit line. Stay to the right there longer just till you've come over the rise. Just by the nature of how the circuit is, it's quicker. Smooth turn into the apex, gentle power, smooth progressive turn onto the curb, feeling some power in, and then roll back on the power, turn smoothly into the apex, back on the power, unwinding the wheel, keep the car coming to the right. first apex, that will bring you into the second apex. As we come up over the rise, just straighten the wheels up. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on them as you turn. Smooth, progressive turn, right into the edge of the curve. Now unwind the wheel, feeding power in. Excellent. Just click the white line at the top of the hill, the car will then run towards the centre. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, smooth, progressive turning, back on the power. Slowly unwind the wheel. Good. Smooth, progressive turn across, get the car straight, squeeze the brakes on. Smooth, progressive turning, gentle power. Turn back on the power. Once we're straight, squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start your turn, easing off the brakes, now gentle power, keep your hooks into the curb, keep feeding some power in, now unwind the wheel, harder and faster on the power. Smoothly across to the right, once the car straight, squeeze the brakes on, cross the curb now, staying on the brakes, smooth progressive turn now, that's it, straighten the car up. Stay to the right, just so you come up over the rise, and then start to bring it back to the left. That's it. Smooth progressive turn in, and a smooth progressive turn onto the curb. Gentle power, unwind the wheel slowly, ease back off the power, turn smoothly into the apex, back on the power, unwinding the wheel, keep the car coming to the right. Now ease it back to the left. To the left and keep it coming to the left. Now squeeze the brakes on. Start your turn now. That's good. That's it. Just keep feeding power in all the way through. As we come up over the rise, just straighten the wheels up. Good. Stay on the brakes. Stay on the button. Turn. Stay on them. Smooth, progressive turn. Okay. Unwind the wheel. Clip the white line at the top, that'll take us then to the centre of the circuit. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on them, start your turn, easing off the brakes and back on the power. Slowly unwind the wheel. Good, excellent. Progressive turn across. Now squeeze the brakes on, start turning with the white line, that's it, back on the power. Now just keep feeding power in. Slowly unwinding the wheel, straighten the car. Gentle braking, smooth turn, back on the power. As the car straightens up, come onto the brakes, stay on the brakes, stay on as you turn, start your turn, easing off the brakes, keep your hooks into the curb, progressive power all the way through, unwind the wheel now, harder and harder on the power. Straighten up. Now squeeze the brakes on, turn across the curb, staying on the brakes all the way in. Start your turn now. That's it. Now straighten the car up. Good. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start your turn, just easing off the brakes now. Gentle power. Smoothly into the apex, keep it coming to the left. Slightly off the power, turn smoothly to the apex on the right, now back on the power, unwinding the wheel, keep the car coming to the right, now ease it back to the left. Smooth turn round to the left, keep it coming to the left, now squeeze the brakes off, start your turn now, back on the power, that's good, excellent. As we come over the rise, straighten the car. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on them as you turn, start your turn, easing off the brakes, right into the edge of the curve. And unwind the wheel, good. Just click the white line. stay on the brakes, start your turn, easing off the brakes, gentle power. Start to unwind the steering, feeding more and more power in. Excellent. Smooth progressive turn across. As the car straightens up, come onto the brakes, turn across the curve, now staying on the brakes all the way in, start your turn. Now back on the power, straight line all the way out to the right. Stay over to the right. Now start squeezing back to the left. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, stay on them as you turn. Turn, easing off the brakes, gentle power, smoothly into the apex, gentle power. Roll back slightly off the power, turn smoothly right into the apex. Now back on the power, winding the wheel, keep the car coming to the right. Now we ease it back to the left. Good. Roll back off the power, smooth turn in, keep it coming to the left. Now squeeze the brakes on, start your turn now, easing off the brakes, back on the power gently. As we come up over the rise, just straighten the wheels. Squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes. Remember, it's a progressive turn, smoothly right into the apex. Now unwind the wheel, feeding power in. Excellent. Clip the white line at the top. Stay on the brakes, start your turn, easing off the brakes and back on the power. Slowly unwind the wheel. This will be our last lap now. Turn smoothly across, get the car straight, squeeze the brakes on, stay on the brakes, start that progressive turn right into the apex. Now back on the power gently, slowly unwinding the wheel.
Just cool down a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Brakes are rest.
Yeah.
Not too bad in this car, it's good.
Pardon?
Not too bad in this car, it's got a park. I don't have to worry about choking the wheels or anything like that.
No. Did it make any sense, you know?
Oh yeah, that was all.
Yeah.
Really good.
What we're trying to do is have the least amount of steering input anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like going into the chicane here. Rather than make a left and a right and a left turn, we can make a straight line in and a straight line out. So we're turning now, straight line all the way in, staying on the brake, start your turn, and it's a straight line out now. So you're not transferring weight from one side to the other. So here was no problem. Use the join line on the tarmac as your turning reference. Smooth progressive turn onto the curb. Again, as you turn to the right, use as much curb as you can here. Keep the car coming to the right. As soon as you get to the right, just ease it back down to the left. And then just before you arrive at this turn, roll off the power. Keep it coming into the left-hand side. Squeeze the brakes on. Start your turn now. That's it.
This is one corner I just couldn't get right the first time I came round here.
No. And then the same here, just as you're approaching the join line, you'd start your turn, a slow progressive turn. So staying on the brakes as you turn, progressive turn, apex about there, where you were, and then you've got loads of room to unwind the steering and get the power on there.
That was good.
Yeah, that was all right. We had some good laps then.
I don't think we got held up more than once either.
Pardon?
I don't think we got held up more than once.
No. No, that was all right. If you drop me here,
Right.
Splendid.
Like your missus waiting for you.
No, I wish it was.